Oh, Jordan, question. Is the full board for this one is October 22nd, is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
We're also having a land use at the same time, just so you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do we know where that is?
Um, 98% is going to be at Marymount.
Okay.
And then so far CB8 members that are here are you, Jane, Judy, Kim, Marco, Robin. That's what I have.
That's what I have too, thank you.
Mhm.
And then I see Judy is here as well.
Yes.
Okay, let's go ahead and get started. It is 6:30. Welcome to Community Board 8 Street Life meeting for October. If this is your first time here, after each applicant has an opportunity to discuss their business, I will then go to members of the public for any comments or questions on the applications, and then I will go to fellow board members. Any action at this committee will go to a full board vote on October 22nd, probably happening at Marymount, but stay tuned with CB8.com to figure out where that's actually going to be. I'd like you to please address all comments to myself, the chair. We'd like to avoid any crosstalk. And I'd also like to remind everyone to please observe the norms of decorum. We are all here to get a communal outcome. I'd also like to ask that we please try to stay succinct and keep comments to the merits of these individual applications. Now, it is the case that many of these businesses we have seen in the previous, most recent months to open their sidewalk or roadway cafes, and many of them are looking to expand their liquor licenses to cover those spaces. As we weighed in on the bigger questions of these businesses before, I ask my fellow board members to please be ready for motions on these applications. When you are using your time to talk about your business, please say the address of your business when you start, and please remember to take down all of your flyers after our full board meeting on October 22nd. Now I'll turn things over to Jordan to give us the rules of the road for this meeting.
Welcome. If this is your first time joining us virtually, you will notice that you are currently muted and everyone will remain muted throughout the meeting except for the committee co-chair, Lindsay, and any presenters as we move through the agenda. Following the presentations, the co-chair will call on members of the public wishing to speak. You can participate by going to the the raise hand button on the bottom of your screen, not the wave or thumbs up, as those will disappear. Only press it once. If you press it a second time, your hand will go back down. If you're calling in on the phone, it is *+9 to raise your hand and *+6 to unmute. Be on the lookout for a prompt asking you to confirm unmuting once the co-chair calls on you. The chat is available for technical support only to help with Zoom software problems, not to ask questions of the co-chairs. They will not see the chats. If you're using an older version of Zoom, you may need to find the React menu, Participants menu, or button that says More, where you will find the raise hand feature in one of those. If you plan to speak during the meeting, it would help us if you would rename your device with your full first and last name. Please do not raise your actual hand or wave at the screen because we may not be able to see you. Chat me in here for support.
Thank you very much. And
Mhm.
the count of the members that I have right now is myself, Judy Schneider, Robin Seligson, Kimberly Selway, Marco Tamayo, and Jane Parshall for a total of 6. Oh, and Miles, I see
Miles
Miles
just
Mink is
joined.
here.
Yeah.
So 7, is that what you have?
Let me just do one quick look through. That is what I have as well.
Okay, great. So let's go ahead and start with our first order of business, which is applications to the State Liquor Authority for liquor licenses. There are some new applications. The first one is L'Chaim Hospitality, doing business as Casa Tavere. Do we have a representative from this business here? Oh, looks like it.
Hi, good evening, Manhattan Community Board 8. My name is Ben Savitsky. I'm of the law firm Bernstein, Radio and Savitsky. And as we mentioned, I'm here tonight on behalf of L'Chaim Hospitality, LLC. This is a transfer application. It is a licensed entity selling some of their assets to a new entity that is applying for a liquor license. This is for Casa Tavera. It is at 1207 Lexington Avenue. It's on Lexington between 81st and 82nd Street. It is a kosher Italian restaurant. It is definitely the only kosher Italian restaurant on the Upper East Side. It might be the only kosher Italian restaurant in Manhattan. It's been operating since 2002. The restaurant is not changing at all. There's no change in the method of operations. Everything is remaining exactly the same. The name is staying the same. It's just a new ownership group that is coming in. I have with me here tonight as a representative of the owners, Eamon Muratovic. Eamon is the manager of the premises. He is staying on. He can answer any questions about the day-to-day of the operations, what happens there, and what's going to be continuing in the future. I'll just very briefly take you through the specifics of the application. Again, it's Casa Tavera. We included a copy of the menu in the application. You can see what it is. It's pretty much standard Italian fare, except that it is kosher. The hours of operation that it currently operates as and will continue are 10 a.m. to midnight daily, although they do close on Fridays for Shabbat. There is only recorded background music. They don't do live music. They don't do DJ. The space has 26 seats and 11 tables. There's one stand-up bar with 7 bar stools. There are 2 levels to this. There's a ground floor for patrons where all the seats and tables that I just talked about are. And then there is a cellar, which is just back of house, not for patrons. They have no outdoor space. They have no operable windows. They are not applying for any DOT sidewalk cafe or roadway seating. It is pretty much business as usual. And that's it.
Thank you. Are there any members of the public that have questions or comments on this application? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
Motion, thank you, Lindsay. Motion to approve as presented.
Great, and it looks like you've got some seconds. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on this order of business, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as an 8-0 approval because Bill Angelos is with us now. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on to BB Madison Food, doing business as Bread and Butter. Do we have a representative from this business here?
I don't see them online, but Sam Park, if you're online, please raise your hand. Or if you're from BB Madison Food, please raise your hand.
Okay, let's go. Oh, and I see DJ Falkson just got here. Let's go on to our next one, which is New RJ O'Brien, doing business as Lucille's. This was one that are they here?
It's the same representative for BB as well. So I'll reach out and see if they're going to join.
Thanks. Let's go on then to the change application. So there's an American Multi-Cinema doing business as AMC. Do we have a representative from that business here?
Sorry. Yes, Amanda Taylor is here.
Hi, thanks. Tell us a little bit about your business.
Hi, so this is the AMC at 1538 3rd Avenue. They already have a license to sell beer and wine, and this application is to just upgrade to full spirits. There's no change in the method of operation. They're just going to be selling canned cocktails like at the concession stand where they currently sell beer and wine. This was a law change in 2024 to allow movie theaters to sell spirits. So that's why they're applying for that at this time. And I also have the manager, Chance Rush, here. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer.
Thank you very much. Are there any members of the public that have questions or comments for this business? Seeing none, let's go to Miles.
A member of the public just raised their hand, I believe.
Oh.
Put it back down.
Excuse me. Let's recognize Taylor G.
Hi, Taylor here. I'm a local resident on the Upper East Side, and I just wanted to, I saw the sign outside the AMC and I wanted to hop on just because I live in the neighborhood. I'm actually a filmmaker, and I know that this theater, so the AMC is the only movie theater that we have up here. I don't know if this is the appropriate meeting to bring this up, but it is just like rough. It's infested with rats. It was like already written about like in the New York Post. It's just, I don't know what's going on with the movie theater, and I wanted to bring my voice to this board, to this meeting. So yeah, it's just disappointing because it's the only theater we have up here. So I don't know if there are any plans happening with the theater, if it's renovated soon or anything. So
Okay, Taylor, thank you. So let me ask for Amanda or Chance, do you think that you'd agree to a stipulation that says that you'd take some reasonable measures to do rat mitigation?
Is that something that you can address, Chance? Oh, he's muted.
like
You're
he's
muted.
There you go.
I sent you a prompt.
Yes. So we have pest professionals come in 3 times a week for any pest related issues. As regards to upgrading the building, there are plans in play to further renovate the building. We recently updated the restrooms, but there is a full remodel under works, but obviously we got to go through permitting and do all of that processing. Yeah, that we take any pest sightings very seriously, and that's why we have professionals on staff, basically. We have our own team that is dealing with catches and prevention in the building. Our landlord also has a pest prevention company who also services our building. And then we also have that professional team come in, like I said, multiple times a week for that.
All right, and it sounds like you would agree to a stipulation that says you would continue and perhaps enhance your.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. I'll write that in. Let's go to Miles.
Well, I just want to say, firstly, I'm really excited to hear about the planned renovations. I think that it's a space that definitely needs a revitalization, but also a motion to approve is presented, please.
All right, I'm seeing Marco shake his head. So before we move on, let's recognize Marco.
I'm sorry, but he spoke before to put the motion. But the main issue right here is if they have the whole team, everything set, and they offer to improve, how much to improve? Because the complaint is very serious. Having a team that they try to eradicate this pest and still have a problems in the community, that's a serious concern for me. Somebody can put a motion, but not me, because I spoke also. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. The point is taken. Jane?
Thank you, Lindsay. I will vote against this application. I've recently been to the movies at that theater. It is so depressing. It's unbelievable. I'm assuming they're going in this direction to try to lure in some business. So I just wanted to let everybody know I'm voting against the application. Thank you.
All right, so we have a motion on the floor from Miles, a motion to approve. Does anyone want to second that? Looks like Robin's going to do that. And then would someone like to call the question? I think Judy's going to do it. So if anyone other than Jane plans to be voting no or abstaining on this application, please let me know. Let's recognize Judy.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Jane. I wasn't seconding it. I have a question for Jane. Why was she so upset with the movie theater? Can you give us specifics?
Yes, Judy, I can. I did not see any rats running across my feet, but I did read in the New York Post about the tremendous vermin problem they have at the theater. It's just not that well kept up. It's kind of grungy and dirty. Thank you. I mean, I've been to the movies a couple of times there. There've only been about 5 people in addition to me and my husband in the theater, but it was just not a positive experience, Judy.
Okay,
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
you.
All right, let's recognize DJ.
Yeah, since you asked and it's, the question on the floor. There are much nicer AMCs in the city, including with big IMAX screens. It's unclear why ours is so crappily upkept. I was there on Saturday. The seats are uncomfortable. It's kind of dirty. It's not the greatest experience, but I had a good time. So I would, I'll approve the motion, but it'd be great for AMC to invest in it a little bit more.
Okay, thank you. Let's recognize Miles.
Listen, I'm agreeable to all of you. I actually go downtown to Union Square to see my movies now because of the state that it's in, but I don't think we should be punishing this business that it is still really the only big movie theater in the area, and that if this helps bring them business for them or enhances the experience of people going there and they already have plans for renovation, I don't think we should be docking points off of their application just because maybe it's not in the best shape, but that's just my opinion.
Okay. I appreciate that we don't get many opportunities to weigh in on movie theaters in this venue, but we right now are at the vote. We are saying if anyone is voting no on this application, right now I have that Jane is voting no. Marco, I'm not sure if you're voting no. Marco is voting no, and then let's recognize Judy. Or Marco, yes?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote no. And the only thing, I'm sorry that because Miles talked twice, the issue right here is very simple. Nobody's against business. It's against rats. Thank you.
Judy?
I am seconding the motion. Nobody did that.
Oh, thank you, Judy.
And calling the question if I can. and I am voting yes.
Okay. Kimberly is doing one of these things. And then Evan Meyerson just joined. Evan, would you like to abstain on this, or do you feel like you have enough information to cast a vote?
I can vote.
Okay. And are you voting yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this is going to go down as a 8-2 approval. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Robin, did the people who are representing those businesses that we skipped over, did they show up?
You mean Jordan?
I'm sorry, I do mean Jordan.
I believe the representative for BB is here. I don't know if they're the same representative as Lucille's Bar, though. I think it's the owner.
Oh, okay. So let's go back then to BB Madison Food doing business as Bread and Butter. And then Judy, I guess Judy, let's recognize Judy while that person's getting set up.
The motion that we just passed, that has some whereases or some resolves.
Yes, it has a
About-
yeah.
Can you just tell us what we passed?
Yeah, the standard approval, and then it says, whereas someone from the public objected due to rat infestation, and whereas the applicant agreed to a stipulation to continue and enhance rat mitigation efforts.
How about they also said that they were going to enhance the movie theater that he was.
That's not relevant, I don't think, to changing their liquor license. So I'm not sure that we should put that one in, and we didn't have it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Let's go to Jordan. Did the BB Madison people?
Yes, Ellen, I believe you unmuted, so you should be good to go.
I still can't hear.
Yeah, I can't hear either. Let me send them a quick message.
Okay. In the interim, is the representative from Rathbones here? Robert Callahan. Let's go to Robert, and then maybe you can chat with Ellen and try to figure out her audio. Thank you.
Good.
Good evening. I'm Bob Callahan. I'm here for Rathbones ARD, doing business as Mellors. We're at 1702 Second Avenue between East 88th and 89th Street. We're doing a liquor license altercation to add the already approved sidewalk cafe with 8 tables and 16 seats. We have 62 seats inside with 2 restrooms. We will follow all DOT and SLA rules. We will not block any fire department or utility equipment or access points. And we will take down all the flyers after the full board meeting.
Thank you. So for any other applicants who are here right now who are doing this or any other item of business, if you just follow Rob Callahan's examples, you will make this approval go way smoother. Everything he listed is what you should list, and then we can do things really quickly. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
I would like to put a motion. The motion is to approve and then to speak.
All right. It looks like Kimberly is seconding this. Go ahead and speak, please.
Okay, the issue, I would like to see that in the motion should be include that there is a self-imposed stipulation. I think it's very important to put that this way, because I liked in the way that he described, but he's coming by himself. Because we have in the future, if something has happened, we didn't put pressure on them. They came voluntarily and offer this stipulation. I think it has to be in the minutes describing like that. And I appreciate that. And thank you.
Marco, I appreciate that, but as the person who's running the meetings and keeping the minutes, I really don't care to write in stipulations for all of these for the things that it says they agree to at the top. So I take the point, but it does say at the top of these that they have to agree to these stipulations. The fact that they say it here should be good enough for us, I think.
Well, my point is next, with so many years of experience, remember, Mr. Callahan is only an expediter. And he can speak by himself, but he doesn't speak by the owner. He tried to do his best. I acknowledge that part. But the issue is the owner may have in the future some problems, and they will say, well, he came and he offered something that is not true. And that's basically anticipate for the future. That's not saying that is, I'm trying to force you to do something, but I think it's good to have in the minutes these kind of descriptions.
Understandable. And
That
in the
is the
minutes,
only reason. That's it.
yep, understandable.
you.
At the top of
Thank
our
you.
minutes, it does say all
Thank
these
you.
stipulations. I'll
Thank
also note that each of the people who are coming here sign a notarized affidavit agreeing to every single stipulation. So I feel like we have confirmation here on that. But you made a motion, is that right? Motion to approve?
Yeah. The motion
Yes.
was approved.
Okay. So is there anyone who would like to call a question on this motion? I see Judy with a thumbs up. If anyone will be voting no or abstaining on this application, please let me know. Otherwise, it will be going down as a 10-0 approval. Okay, great. Jordan, do we
Should be
have
good.
Ellen's audio working?
We'll try again.
Okay.
Ellen sent you a prompt to unmute. Once you confirm, you can just start
I did
talking.
that. Now, can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Okay. Hi. I'm filling in for Mr. Sam Park. He had to attend the committee board 2 meeting. I'm sorry. There was a conflict, so I'm filling in for him. And for BB Madison Food INC, the DBA name is Bread and Butter at 55 East 59th Street. They've been on the renovation. The building have been on the renovation past 2 years. So hopefully they'll be able to open in within the next 6 months, we were told. It's not immediate. I doubt it's going to be this year. It's early spring of next year. It's a bread and butter where you see many throughout Manhattan. They're a 24-hour operation. They plan to. With 8 tables and 28 seats, they have plenty of food. We call it a bar, but it's really a cashier where they have a coffee and coffee, pastry, anything else you need.
Can you tell us your hours of operation and
It's
if
24 hours. I asked him if he plans to close midnight, 1 a.m., 11 p.m. He plans to open up 24 hours.
Okay, and there's no outdoor seating?
No outdoor seating.
Okay. Is there any member of the public that has questions for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
Yeah, I have a question. You're going to sell the liquor for 24 hours? Is that
No,
what
this
it
is
is?
beer, Mr. Marco.
Again,
It's not,
beer-
we're not open, we're not selling the alcohol from midnight
No.
to up until 8 a.m. in the mornings.
Your beer also you're gonna sell 24 hours? That's what you're saying?
To go, yes, but not on premise.
Well, and that's new for me, honestly. But usually 4 o'clock stop everything. That's my understanding.
Not for the off premise for the beer.
Well, I don't know. Sorry, thank you.
No, I'll double check and I'll confirm and I'll let you know, email.
Okay, thank you.
Maybe Judy knows.
Yeah, let's go to Judy.
Confused now. I thought they have to stop selling any kind of alcohol by 4 o'clock in the morning. And if they're planning on being 24 hours, my question to Ellen is, are they selling alcohol for 24 hours? Or are they stopping the alcohol sales at 4 o'clock?
On premise drinking will stop at midnight.
Oh, midnight.
Midnight, but off premise just for the beer. The beer will continue, just
What
like
do
a
you-
grocery store.
I'm sorry, I'm not following you. Off premise. You mean you sell a can of beer and people take it home with them?
Yes, because it's like a deli, a big, huge, jumbo-sized deli.
Okay, and what time do you start? If you stop at midnight, what time do you start selling liquor again?
It's midnight for inside drinking, Miss Judy.
And what time in the morning do you
It's going to
start?
be 11 o'clock for lunch hours.
Okay, so it's really 11 to 12, and the rest of it is take home. Is that correct?
Only beer takeout.
Only beer takeout.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with that. But I can't make a motion there.
My question, this is the same as the business that's like in the 30s on Fifth Avenue, where
Yes,
it's like a
same
Korean,
owner.
Japanese fast food, not fast food, but like you come and
Sushi,
grab
you'll
something.
find sushi, sandwiches, salad
Yeah.
bar.
Okay. So it's the same company.
Same company and same owner.
Okay. All right, thank you. Let's recognize DJ.
I'd like to make a motion to approve as presented. Thanks.
All right, thank you. And it looks like Judy is seconding that. Would anyone like to call the question? Robin's doing this, great. So this is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Marco?
Yeah, I'm going to abstain because I don't know is exactly what she says correct. Thank you.
Okay. So this will go down then as a 9-1 approval. And then Ellen, are you the representative for this next one, new RJ O'Brien?
Yes, I am. Yes.
All right, let's go ahead and do that one then, please.
New RJ O'Brien, this is a transfer application. Currently, it's Lucille's Bar. It has 4 tables and 10 chairs and an L-shaped bar with 10 stools. Really, right now their current operation, they close close to midnight and 1 a.m. Their maximum is 2 a.m. We're asking for, initially we planned for 2 p.m. to 4 a.m. and now Frank has decided to open up a lunch and add the lunch menu as well. So we're asking for 11 a.m. to 4 a.m. We have no DJs, no promoted events, no outdoor dining. We'll have it's just quiet back. It's not, we have one TV. It's not a sports bar, but it's quiet music. We're not. No, let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's a local dive bar, and this is Frank's 4th, and he has 2 other bars in Committee Board 3 for over 10 years, and another in Committee Board 6, and we're asking for the board's approval on this.
Okay, and I'm looking at the application right now. It says that you've got a first floor and a basement. Are both of these going to be client facing, or is one of them?
Basement is for storage use, strictly storage use only.
Okay, and you're saying in the hours of operation from the application, they were 2 p.m. to 4 a.m., but can you tell me what they are changing to? And I'm going to write that in as a stipulation.
11 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Okay,
So we're opening for lunch as well.
Okay. Okay. Are there any members of the public that have questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Miles.
Motion to approve is presented.
Okay, Kimberly seconding that. Would anyone like to call the question? Okay, Bill's calling the question. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on this one, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. All right. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lindsay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so now let's get back to our orders that we were in, which the next applicant is 27 East Restaurant Holdings, doing business as Fleming. Is this Mr. Callahan?
Me again, yes.
All right, great.
This is 27 East Restaurant Holdings LLC, doing business as Fleming's. We're located at 27 East 62nd Street between Madison and Park Avenues. This is a liquor license alteration to add the already approved sidewalk cafe with 6 tables and 13 seats. We have 42 seats inside with 2 restrooms. We will follow all DOT and SLA rules and regulations. We will not block any fire department equipment or utility access or access panels. And we will take all the flyers down after the full board meeting.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone from the public that has questions for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
Motion to approve as presented.
All right, I see Judy with a second. Would anyone like to call the question? I see Kimberly with that. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on this one, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Thank you. Let's now move back to AMC. Or do we? I'm sorry, that's just that's my fault. I have something in my order incorrect. The next one that we see then is that 1326?
I think the next one on here is also Bobby is 82nd, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay, I'm sorry. This is me having my minutes incorrectly ordered. Let's go ahead with that and I'll fix the minutes.
Okay, so this is 82nd Street Cafe Inc. doing business at Dylan Murphy's. We're at 1453 3rd Avenue between East 82nd and East 83rd Streets. Again, it's a liquor license alteration to add an already approved sidewalk cafe of 5 tables and 10 seats. We have 42 seats inside with 2 restrooms. All SLA and DOT rules and regulations will be followed in the outdoor area. We will not block any fire department equipment or utility access or panels or covers. And we will take all the flyers down after the full board meeting.
Thank you, and I'm really sorry that I had that mixed up. I've just now fixed it in the minutes. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
Motion to approve as presented.
Thank you. Judy with a second, Kimberly calling the question. Would anyone like to be voting no or abstaining on this? If so, please let me know. Otherwise, this too will go down as a 10-0 approval. Thank you, everyone. Let's go to 1326 Restaurant.
Okay, this is 1326 Restaurant LLC doing business as the Beach Cafe, 1326 2nd Avenue between East 69th and East 70th Streets. This is also a liquor application to add the already approved sidewalk cafe of 28 tables and 56 seats. We have 62 seats inside with 2 restrooms. Outdoors will follow all DOT and SLA rules and regulations. We will not block any fire department equipment or utility access or panels or covers, and we will take down the flyers directly after the full board meeting.
All right. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's recognize Judy.
Is this the same number of seats, tables, and chairs that you already have outside, or are you adding to what's there? Because the sidewalk is already pretty crowded at that corner.
No, we're not adding any. This is what we were approved for previously.
Okay, thank you.
Let's recognize Marco.
Motion to approve as presented.
Thank you. Kimberly's seconding it. And would someone like to call the question? Wow, guys, I don't know if this is a Zoom update or whatever, but I'm like getting like thumbs ups exploding on my screen. All right, we're calling the question in a big way. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on this, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. All right, thank you. Let's now go to Mac Hospitality.
Okay, this is Mac Hospitality LLC doing business as the Drunken Monkey, 338 East 92nd Street between 1st and 2nd Avenues. Again, a liquor alteration to add an already approved sidewalk cafe of 5 tables and 10 seats. There are 34 seats on the inside with 2 restrooms. We will follow all DOT rules and regulations, including the SLA regulations outdoors. We will not block any fire department equipment or utility access panels or covers, and we will take all the flyers down directly after the full board meeting.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's recognize Kimberly.
Hi, and Lindsay, don't kill me because I'm not going to immediately call the question or make a motion. But I live 3 doors down from the Drunken Monkey. I live on the other side of that middle school, Mr. Callahan.
Okay.
I don't know if we have the purview to make this request, but there's a bit of a problem when diners or people getting ready to go into their seats are there's just a traffic flow problem outside of the Drunken Monkey. And given that you also have dining space out there, it gets incredibly crowded. I don't know, Lindsay, if it's our purview to ask. I don't even know what we could ask, but I think it's I would just like to see that the Drunken Monkey do a better job of encouraging people done dining to move on elsewhere, etc.
Yes, not a problem whatsoever. If we don't know there's a problem, then we can't fix it. So I will speak to the owner. I know he's actually on listening right now. We'll have a nice discussion in the morning. We'll figure out if we can, how we can make a little more room out there.
Thank you. Lindsay, am I allowed to make a motion to approve?
Not now, because you are already.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I will never kill you. I don't plan on doing that for anyone. So no worries in that front. Let's recognize Marco.
Yeah, I have a question. Uh, I don't want to go directly to the regulations because you sign an affidavit saying that you're going to comply with the regulation, which is 8 feet required. That means probably you don't have the enough space because our fellow community members complaining about the excess of people in that area. So are you really comply with the DOT regulation? Because if we don't review actually what you propose or or have so many customers that create crowdedness outside of the venue. Can you explain a little bit more? Oh, I think you were over there and you saw something like that.
What it seems to be that is if the dining room seat, the outdoor dining area is not the problem, it's the people going into the bar and coming out of the bar, in addition to that being there. So what we have to do is we have to figure out if there's any way we can have somebody there to, guide these people to be where, if they're waiting to get into the bar, where it's not going to be between the dining area and the curb, and not blocking any residential entrances. We've seen this problem a few times with a few different places, but we always seem to work out something amenable to the area and to the business.
So our sidewalk is getting smaller and smaller. Thank you.
Lindsay?
Thank you. I muted myself while I coughed. Let's recognize Miles.
Motion to approve is presented.
All right, I see some seconds. Would anyone like to call the question? All right, I see that. This is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Thank you, everyone. Let's now do Eli's night shift.
Okay, this is Eat Third 79th LLC doing business as night shift. We're at 1390 3rd Avenue between East 79th and East 80th Streets. This is also a liquor alteration to add the already approved sidewalk cafe of 13 tables and 26 seats. There are 16 seats on the inside with one restroom. All DOT rules and regulations will be followed. We will not block any fire department equipment or utility access or panels or covers, and we will take down the flyers directly after the full board meeting.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
Thank you. Motion to approve as presented.
Thank you very much. I see Kimberly with a second. Would anyone like to call the question? I see that from Judy. This is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Thank you. Let's now do Flex and the City.
Okay, this is Flex and the City LLC doing business as Flex Muscles. We're at 1431 3rd Avenue between East 80th and East 81st Streets. This is also a liquor alteration to add an already approved sidewalk cafe of 16 tables and 32 seats. There are 114 seats inside with 2 restrooms. All of the DOT and SL rules and regulations will be followed. We will not block any fire department equipment or utility access or covers or panels, and we will take down all flyers directly after the full board meeting.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Miles.
Motion to approve is presented.
All right, we've got seconds. Yes, and would someone like to call the question? Marco's doing that. Great. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Okay, let's now move on to Gnocchi House.
This is Gnocchi House, New York, Inc., doing business as Gnocchi House. We're located at 1431 First Avenue between East 74th and East 75th Street. This is a liquor alteration to add the already approved sidewalk cafe of 6 tables and 12 seats. We have 62 seats and 2 restrooms on the inside. We will follow all DOT rules and regulations and all SLA rules and regulations. We will not block any fire department equipment or utility access panels, and we will take down the flyers that were put up directly after the full board meeting.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone from the public that has comments or questions for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
Motion to approve as presented.
Thank you. I see seconds and I see people who are calling the question. Wonderful. If there's anyone who's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Great. Let's go to Green 84.
Okay, this is Green 84 LLC, doing business as Green Kitchen. We're at 1619 2nd Avenue between East 84th Street and East 85th Street. This is also a liquor app alteration to add already approved sidewalk cafe with 6 tables and 12 seats. We have 52 seats and 3 restrooms on the inside. We will follow all DOT rules and state liquor authority rules and regulations. Excuse me. We will not block any fire department equipment or utilities or access panels, and we will take down all flyers after the full board meeting.
Thank you very much. I see Linda Lang from the public. You have questions or comments for this applicant?
Yes, I use a walker, and it's often absolutely impossible to get by on the 84th Street and the 2nd Avenue side. There are bikes parked all over the 2nd Avenue side, and I feel that I should have the ability to go where I need to go, and I'm not getting it.
Thank you, Linda. Rob, do you have any response or?
I'm sorry, did she say bicycles?
She said that she has a walker, and because there's a lot of bicycles and other things, parked outside, that she's having a hard time navigating the sidewalk.
Okay, I'll call Ari tomorrow to find out who these bicycles belong to.
They belong to the delivery people.
It's the delivery people? Okay, then we will have them moved away from the cafe area. We'll find somewhere to put them. There has to be some bike racks in the area that we could put them on instead of having them in front of the location.
That would be helpful. Thank you.
Thank you. I also see someone, JD. Yes, let's recognize JD.
Hi, my name's Jenny. I live on the 2nd Avenue block of Green Kitchen. And as Linda mentioned, there's a lot of bicycles that are also being attached to the tree pits that are on 84th Street. So when the business opens the basement doors, it blocks the ability for anybody to get past. So you have bicycles that are attached and then probably 2 or 3 feet between that, which seems to be constant 7 days a week. On top of that, there's also a lot of people who, as they're waiting for tables outside, are congregating outside on the 2nd Avenue side, more so than the 84th Street side. So it is almost impossible to walk through there. And this is something I actually brought up on a board meeting in, I believe it was July. And you had mentioned you were going to say something to them. It hasn't improved at all.
Okay.
Okay, so I'll let you respond in a minute, Rob. JD, I'm sorry, I've
Jenny. Sorry.
Jenny. Anytime that you see a bike that's attached to a tree pit, that is in violation of New York City municipal law, and you can call 311 to have it removed. I understand that many of the delivery drivers are not representatives or employees of the business. They're usually third-party drivers, but this business
of the business.
If they are 84th, then then that's a totally different question. So it sounds like I would ask the other members of the committee to maybe think about some stipulations that we could try to write up in here so that we can address some of these constituent concerns. And Rob, I'm also willing to, if you have an idea of something that you think you can do on the business side to mitigate this.
Okay, first, I just have one question. You had mentioned that when the basement doors are open and the bicycles are there, are the basement doors being kept open, or are they just opened at certain times to bring stuff up and down?
They're open a lot during the day. I mean, I walk my dog 4 times a day. And so I would probably say during the week, they're open at least twice during my walks, fairly consistently. The issue has to do with where the bicycles are being attached to a bar. It's outside. It's like a standalone bar. It's within only a couple of feet. So there isn't a lot of walking room even before the bicycles are attached. Then you add them, it becomes less of room to walk by.
And I would also ask, if you happen to see the bicycle people from this business attaching their bikes, if you could possibly see, they should have an ID number on the bike or on themselves.
Okay.
To just jot that down, and then just call the restaurant and ask to speak to the manager, and just because I have a feeling it's the same couple of people, so we just want to get those people told that they can't do that.
Right. There just seems to be like there's this consistent challenge with space in that corner. And this has been going on for months and months.
Okay.
I think the restaurant's great, but it's just really difficult to live there and also try to walk through it.
Understood.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Let's go to Judy.
Did either Jenny or Linda say that this had come before the board before in the summer or something, and there was a problem? And my feeling is if it wasn't resolved, Mr. Callahan, that maybe we should table this item until next month and see that they actually fix the problem before we give them an approval with stipulations to go ahead. Because if they were told months ago they have a problem and they haven't done anything about it, I think Mr. Callahan really has to get on their case, and we have to see an improvement before we approve this. But that's just my feeling.
Thank you very much. Let's recognize Miles.
Yeah, I just want to echo what Judy said. I think that now that maybe I don't personally recall what may have happened at the previous meeting. I'm taking your word for it, but I think it could be smart to kind of defer it for a month and to ensure that the problem at hand is fixed, and then make the decision from there.
Thank you. And I'll note that this is not the application to get the sidewalk space. This is the alteration to add liquor to it. So we are not under the gun to make sure that we submit it to DOT. So this tabling option is available to us in a way that it's not for some of the other things that we're considering. Let's recognize Marco.
Thank you. My concern is, again, the sidewalks is becoming smaller and it's narrow and narrowed every time. They're using the hatch door on the floors as a second means of egress, a second means access, which is basically this kind of restaurant. They should have the second means egress inside. So there is a lack of coordination between the outside and the inside. I agree with you. We're dealing just only the liquor license because we didn't pay attention correctly at the time when we approved the sidewalk cafe. And I think this is a very big issue right now. And personally, myself, I think I strongly recommend Mr. Callahan, you should withdraw the application and come next month. And that will be my feelings, and I agree with Judy. Thank you.
All right, let's recognize Judy.
Now I'd like to put a motion on the floor to table this until next month.
All right, it looks like Marco is seconding that. And Miles, you're calling the question? Okay. All right, so this is not a motion to approve. This is a motion to table this application. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. So this is a motion to approve, or excuse me, motion to table. Reading as I'm doing this. All right, that looks like a 10. DJ.
All right, I did have a question. I didn't get it in before the call to question. This is maybe just my misunderstanding of the timing. Are they going to have to stop selling liquor on the outdoor tables until we approve this?
Well, they don't have a license to do it right now, although it might be the case that they're operating under the provision that they're applying for the license, so they're going to do it. I imagine that is probably the state of the world that continues. based on how this stuff sort of happens. And so this is more of like an advisory, hey, we're not going to agree to this, or we're not going to consider it until you have a firmer talk with your business about this.
Okay, understood. Yeah, there are definitely people drinking that.
Yeah, that's how a lot of these applications are. So if it's in the process, they have the ability to do it while it's in the process. Mr. Callahan, does that square away with your understanding of this?
Yes, and it's always a good it's a good thing because the liquor is being served now. So if if there's a chance that it's going to stop, I don't think any restaurant is going to let that happen because the profit margin with the alcohol compared to the food. So I will get on it tomorrow, and it will be taken care of before next month's meeting.
So thank you, everyone. This is like an example of where our advisory capacity kind of matters in the sense that we can say like, hey, you got to do this or we're not going to consider it. Thank you to the members of the public for bringing these concerns, and thank you, Mr. Callahan, for offering to bring that back to the owners.
Thank you.
So this motion is tabled at a 10-0. Let's now go on to Dilly Tea doing business as Ella Espresso and Wine Bar.
Hi, my name is Daniel Bear of Ella's Espresso and Wine Bar. This is for an alteration application to add the Sidewalk Cafe to our already approved license. We have 4 tables, 8 chairs outside. We're located 1465 2nd Avenue off 76th Street. We will follow all DOT guidelines. We have no live music. We will take down all flyers afterwards, and we will not block any FDNY equipment or utilities and follow all SLA guidelines.
Thank you. You did that just like Mr. Callahan. Perfect. If there's anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant, please let me know. Seeing none, let's go to Robin.
Thank you, Lindsay. I just want to comment that Ella's street furniture impinges way too deeply into the sidewalk, and it's very tough to walk by there. They have baffles, canvas baffles on frames, situated outside the table set up, and they're just taking way too much sidewalk space up. And I have a lot of good friends that live in the building above Ella's who complain all the time about the congestion and the difficulty of walking over there.
Thank you, Robin. I'll let the business respond, but I will say I have found very good success with calling Jordan and having her like put the pressure on Department of Transportation or Department of Buildings to go do it. So in the future, if you hear these things, I say call Jordan. And then if you'd like to respond as well, the representative from the business.
We do follow all guidelines. We will fix that though if it's a problem. We'll look into this tomorrow and then make sure that we are not past any of the area that we're supposed to be past. And we apologize for that.
Let's recognize Marco.
I would like to put a motion and then to speak. The motion is to approve.
All right, you've got a second.
Well, the issue right here, you see, Lindsay, that's exactly the scenario. The gentleman came in good faith, I guess. I accept that. That said is going to obey all the rules and regulations when in reality didn't obey. And that is the point. It's very important that the motion has to be graded in the way that they are coming with their own stipulation, which is great. Basically, I will appreciate the honesty. And I think that's what we have to protect for the future. And my point is, well, if he's still offering to do that, well, we have to take action next time. Very simple. Very simple, like you already said, we have to call DOT, and the inspector will be there, and they will put a violation. Thank you.
Thank you. We have a motion to approve on the floor. Would anyone like to call the question? I see that from Judy.
Sorry, Lindsay.
I'm sorry, I accidentally got muted. There's a motion. There was calling the question from Judy. This is a motion to approve. If anyone will be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Seeing none of that, this will be an approval with a 10-0. All right, let's move on to our next order of business, which is Pill Pill. Do we have a representative from Pill Pill Spanish Tapas here?
saw someone with the business name online earlier, but I'm not seeing them
Maybe it's Nick
anymore.
Romick. I see a hand gesture.
Oh yeah.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. Good evening. My name is Nick. I'm the owner at Pill 265 East 78th Street. I am applying for the liquor alteration for the already existing DOT license. I am here to obey all the rules by DOT or liquor authority, and obviously not blocking anything that is not supposed to be blocked, or any kind of rules of obstruction.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Marco.
Motion to approve as presented.
Thank you. And that is seconded. Would someone like to call the question? Yes, all right. This is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Thank you very much.
Thank you, everyone. Have a great night.
Thanks. Let's move on to Silverstone 88, doing business as Sojourn Social. Do we have a representative from that business here?
Yes, good evening, everybody. Kathleen Stathopoulos for Silverstone, also known as Sojourn Social, located at, located at 1708 Second Avenue between 88th and 89th Street. It's 100, so I should tell you, this is in conjunction with line item or your item 8 on the DOT. It's this is to, what is on for 13 is to extend the liquor license outside. The approval is on number 8 of your agenda, so would we be able to do them just together now?
I think we should do them together, yes.
Okay, great. Okay, so it's a 170 square foot sidewalk cafe consisting of 10 tables and 20 chairs. They've been at this location since November of 2019. Inside we have 53 chairs, 15 tables, and 2 bathrooms. There is the hours of operation are 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. and they'll operate the cafe from 12 p.m. to 10 p.m. every night. They have an 80-20 between food and drinks. They have background music, and they have owned several of the restaurants in the area, Selena Rosa and Sojourn at 79th Street. Those are both closed at this time. They will not block any type of fire equipment, or they'll leave all access points open, and they will remove all flyers subsequent to the next board meeting.
Thank you. And to make it clear for the board members, what's happening is 2H is the application. It's a new outdoor application for a sidewalk cafe, an unenclosed one with 10 tables and 20 chairs. And then we would also be considering, coincident with that, the extension of their already extant liquor license out to the outdoor parts. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Jane.
Sorry, Lindsay, I just wanted to be clear. It's not a roadbed cafe, it's sidewalk cafe.
Sidewalk cafe, that's
Okay,
correct.
thank you.
All right, let's go to Marco.
And motion to approve as presented in both. It is possible to call both.
I feel fine about combining these things together. The motion is to approve, and we have a second from Judy. And would someone like to call the question on this? It looks like Kimberly's doing that. All right, so this is a motion to approve on both item 2H, which is the sidewalk cafe, as well as item 1P, which is the extension into municipal property for their liquor license. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on either one of these, please let me know. Otherwise, they will go down as a 10-0 approvals. All right, wonderful. Let's go on now.
Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Thank you. Let's go on. We are now going to get into the part that is roadway and sidewalk cafe dining. Our first applicant from this part of it is from Eat Madison 91, doing business as Eli's Essentials.
Yes, that's me again. This is Eat Madison 91 LLC. We're located at 21 East 91st Street on the corner of Madison Avenue to 5th Avenue. This is a sidewalk cafe application for 14 tables and 26 seats. 4 tables and 8 seats will be on the Madison Avenue side, using 4 feet 10 inches of a 12-foot 10-inch sidewalk. It'll be 11 feet long, so it's not a very long one. That'll leave 8 feet of clearance for pedestrians. On the 91st Street side, will be 10 tables and 20 seats. We'll be using 7 feet 1 inch of a 15-foot 1 inch sidewalk. That'll be leaving 8 feet of clearance for the pedestrians on that side. It's very similar to what they had in during the COVID, but this one's a little smaller because of where they had to put them. There are new rules of clearances, so they shrunk the cafe to make the clearances. There are 96 seats and 2 restrooms on the inside. We will follow all the DOT rules and regulations. We won't block any fire department equipment or utility access or covers. And we'll take down the flyers. 30 of them were put up around the neighborhood, and they'll be taken down after the full board meeting.
Thank you very much. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Miles.
Motion to approve is presented.
All right, and we've got seconds for that. And would anyone like to call the question? Yes, it looks like that. So this is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on this, please let me know. Otherwise, it will go down as a 10-0 approval.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you. Let's now go to Silverware doing business as Foglia Restaurant. Have we got a representative?
I don't see one online, but if you are from Sloglia, please click the raise hand button at the bottom of your screen.
All right, what about
I'll reach out to them.
Thank you. From 1481 3rd Avenue.
Hi, my name's Lyle Richards. I'm the managing partner for Isle of Us, which is located at 1481 3rd Avenue. It's a market and cafe, and we do not have a liquor, beer, or wine license, and we don't have plans on applying for one. Inside, we have 7 tables and 18 seats with 2 restrooms and ambient sound. There's no sound outside. We have an application for 5 tables and 10 seats for an unenclosed sidewalk cafe. We will not block any fire safety equipment or utility access covers, and we'll take down all the flyers after the full board meeting.
Thank you. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Miles.
Motion to approve is presented.
All right, and have we seconds? Yes. And would anyone like to call the question? Wonderful. This is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you to Robert Callahan for helping me get organized.
Such a good model. Yep, so good.
Thanks, guys. Have a good night.
Good night. So I'm just going to wait until Jordan lets me know that Silverware is here, and we're going to move to our next applicant, which is MLE NYC LLC doing business as Adria. Jordan, I think we had a note that this person might not be coming tonight.
She's here.
Great, wonderful. So let's go ahead and move forward with that.
Maria, I sent you a prompt to unmute. It should pop up on your screen. Just click confirm, and you should be good. Yep.
Okay.
There you go.
Hi, how are you? Nice to meet you. Maria Marquez Haas. I'm the owner of Adria, 1556 Second Avenue. We applying for the sidewalk cafe. We're gonna have, the application says that it's for 9 tables, 18 chairs. We actually have 6 tables, 12 chairs. We will comply with all the rules and regulations. We won't block anything. And what else? I think that's it.
Okay, I'm reflecting this difference of 6 tables and 12 chairs in the minutes. That's what the approval will be for. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Miles.
Motion to approve is presented.
We've got some seconds. Would anyone like to call the question? It looks like yes. So this is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as a 10-0 approval. Great. Let's now
Thank
go
you.
to, thank you. Let's go to DCK Trading, doing business as Eat Here Now. Have we got a representative from that business?
Yes, hi. How you doing, guys?
Hello, tell us about your business.
My name is Jack Lamrusi with DCK Trading Corp, doing business as Eat Here Now, 839 Lexington Avenue. We're corner of 64th Street. We've been there over 40 years. We just adding 5 table and 10 chair, a small on the sidewalk open cafe to help our customer. A lot of them are senior to be sitting outside, especially when the weather is nice. We'll obey all the laws and the rules as we done for the last 40 years.
Thank you very much. I also want to recognize that Todd Stein is here as well. So we're now at 11 for Community Board 8. And then I'd like to ask you, Jack, I understand that the flyers that you put up were not the flyers that are the standard for Community Board 8. Would you agree to re-flyer with the ones that we asked that you to put up in between now and the full board meeting?
Absolutely. I print whatever was sent to me. This is my first time to apply with the community board.
Okay, so I'm going to have Jordan follow up with an email that gives you the proper format, and then you'll agree to post them, it sounds.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Wonderful. Is there anyone from the public that has a question or comment for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Judy.
Yes, sir. Jack, I have a couple of questions. The neighborhood association got a couple of phone calls. You say, are you open all the time? Because I'm hearing from some of the neighbors that you seem to be closed. And is this a renewal for the tables and chairs?
It's a
'Cause sometimes they're stacked up and they don't really seem to be out for people to sit there. And it seems like the restaurant isn't open on certain days.
No, that we open 7 days, 7 in the morning to 5 afternoon.
And and the last month or so, you've been open every day?
We've been open for last 40 years. After we used to open to 10 o'clock. After COVID, we close at 5. And it's
Okay.
been like that.
Okay, only because people have called me and asked me. I'd also like to ask Jordan, is it possible for you to put up the plan for the tables and chairs that was in the application, the hand-drawn plan that was submitted? Because I had a question about that plan.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I can pull it up really quick. Give me just a second.
Sure. Yeah, that's it. Are those tree beds near the curb?
No, we're far away from the curve.
What are those little things above Lexington Avenue that look like they could be tree beds? What are those? Yeah.
Those is the grill for the, I think the city for the air. They call it ventilation.
Okay, so it's some kind of ventilation grill.
Yes, for
Because
the
when I look at the I'm asking about what the clearance is where it says 10 feet clear path and there's a straight line down at the middle table. What is the clearance there?
The
Because it
clearance is
looks like it goes into the grill.
no, the grill is just in the edge of the sidewalk. The city have it, I think, for the transit, something like that.
Okay.
But the sidewalk is 12. The table are such a small table. I have it 14 by 14, and it's just the table and two chair on the side. You have over 10 feet of free space.
Jordan, can you,
How
excuse
many
me,
feet? I didn't hear what he
Over 10 feet of clearance after the table and the chair.
between 10 feet between the table and where the grill starts?
Where is the sidewalk? Yes, the grill itself is almost on the edge of the sidewalk on the roadway.
Jordan, can you scroll up on this application to the page that is above it so that we can see yes, so right there.
Right there.
Okay, I don't get what I'm looking at. Is this out in the street, this sidewalk, or is this on the sidewalk?
On the sidewalk, not on the street. The roadway is gone after COVID.
Okay, so I don't see where the tables and chairs are on the sidewalk. I
The-
must be missing it.
Right, okay, let me see. You probably the picture I took. Did you have any other picture? Hold on. It's just again is the glass. I have frontage of 30 feet glass. It's again is that on the right side. If you see the picture where is the restaurant is closed, I can even.
The reason I asked to have those pictures come up is because I think that's what those rectangle references are in the hand drawing.
Oh, I
It's
see that
trying to
in
make
the
those
street.
rectangles.
But what's from the end of the grill to the table? How many feet is the clearance? Is what I'm getting at.
10 feet clearance, more than 10 feet. The whole sidewalk is 12 feet. The table we have is only 14 inch.
That means those grills are only 2 feet. It seems like they're a lot longer than 2 feet.
The length of them is no problem, it's going straight. The width of them is ventilation, as you see in the picture.
So I think something that might be challenging here is my understanding of this, and I'm happy to be corrected, is that those sort of air exhaust grates, they're not considered part of the walking surface in New York City. They're instead, like, they don't count for pedestrian clearance because we can't expect people to walk on them, say you had crutches or some other reasons. And so I think they're actually considered like permanent infrastructure as if they were tree pits for measuring the clearance.
It's a square pieces. They not joined together. Is like a square in one area, then is empty, then a square again, then again a square. I'm sure some of you pass by the neighborhood. I've been there for 40 years. You know exactly how those grill goes around the vent for the city. They're not continuous. Like this is a very old fashioned. It's just a square. If you look at the picture, you see them is a square piece, then stopped, then later on another square piece.
So if we're looking at the picture that is the in the square of pictures, the bottom right one, you can see that there's the grate there, and then you have the sidewalk that you're meant to walk through. You're saying that's where you will put the tables on the part where the sidewalk is?
No, that table is again is exactly if you. I don't see you have a picture of the front of the restaurant. That's why I'm looking. This is all picture. Did they have the city has better picture than that. I have 30 feet on the front on Lexington Avenue to the entrance is all glass window, and the table will be adjoined right attached to those glass doors on the restaurant. They will not interfere with anything. Is 14-inch. Will not interfere with all. They measure it. They came the city and everybody.
Okay, thank you. Let's recognize Marco.
Thank you. I would like to put a motion and then to speak. The motion is to approve.
Okay, Jordan, can you take the screen share down so that I can see the people again? Thank you. So we have a motion to approve. Would anyone like to second this so
No,
that,
I would like to speak.
yeah, so that you can
Okay.
speak?
Yeah,
Robin seconding it.
somebody second? Okay.
Yep.
So the issue is, first of all, I had to correct him. All the sidewalk on Lexington Avenue is 10 feet. What he's claiming to have told us is incorrect. However, I had to mention, in the past, we has been approved one line of tables and on Lexington Avenue. In this case, he make even smaller the tables. I think if I hear is 15 inches or 14 inches.
14 inches.
14 inches. So make more than 8 feet to the curb. Now, the grate, it doesn't count. The grate is for the ventilation of the subway. And it's unpleasant, but people like to eat over there. That's fine for me. And this is what I support this application, because they have a clear approximately the 8 feet and a couple of inches. So it's perfectly fine. Just only one line and make easier the size of the tables. And therefore, I think I will support this application because we did with another applicant, something like that. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's recognize Judy.
Yeah, can I ask Marco a question? Maybe he can answer it for me. Marco, so from the table to the grate, Marco, approximately how many feet is that? Is that 8 feet at least?
No, to the grate, it probably is maybe 5 feet or 6 feet, no more.
Well, doesn't
But
the
doesn't
grate?
count the grate. The grate doesn't count. It's similar to the tree, Judy. When you have a tree with a fence, so now it counts from the fence to the table. When
Right.
you don't have the fence, so you put something flat, it doesn't count the tree. And it looks a little bit,
Oh, well, I
but
thought
that's the same
Lindsay,
concept.
I
That's the
thought
same concept.
Lindsay said just the opposite, that
No, yes,
that
yes,
the
I agree with
grate,
that. Yeah, she said the opposite. But usually when it's the grate, doesn't count as an obstruction of the 8 feet.
okay. So
People
then this
can
is,
walk over there. I know
then,
that in winter time is very cold and very slippery. Yes, but that is the rules.
okay. Well, Jack, I'm sorry. I didn't understand the drawing and I didn't understand what the rules were. So, I will
I
approve
appreciate.
the
Thank you very
application.
much.
Yeah, and I'll say that is actually opposite my understanding of this. So I'm going to be voting no on this one, where we're going to have 5 feet and the grate doesn't count. So we have a motion to approve. Would anyone like to call the question on this? Jane's calling the question. Great. So this is a motion to approve the Sidewalk Cafe. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. I am going to be voting no on this one. All right, then this looks like this is going to be a 10-1 approval. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Have a good night. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Let's now move on. Judy.
Can we find out what the, Marco, maybe you can find out what the regulation is about the grate, whether it counts or it doesn't count? So
I
that we
think
don't
we-
have this situation again,
Yeah.
with another client.
Yeah, I think Jordan, that actually might be a request that gets routed to you.
Oh, okay, sorry.
I can reach out to the DOT. Yeah, for sure.
Thank you. Let's now move on to Beerley Pastry Madison doing business as Beerley Bakery. Let's recognize Andrew West.
Good evening. Thank you. My name is Andrew West. I'm the main board director of the Beerley Bakery and its holding company. The bakery opened a few weeks ago at 20 East 69th Street near the corner of Madison Avenue. We've been well received. We're proposing a small unenclosed sidewalk cafe with 7 tables and 14 chairs. which will cover just 69 square feet on the south side of East 69th Street. The proposed layout preserves a clear, unobstructed pedestrian path, does not block any utilities or fire safety. Cafe is designed strictly for daytime use. Will close before 9 p.m. every evening. No amplified sound, no late night activity, and the tables and chairs will be moved inside every evening. We've met all the Community Board 8 public notice rules. When I last checked, we've received more than 30 letters of support from neighbours on East 69th Street and Park Avenue, who I think recognise that this cafe is a meaningful amenity for the community, and we would like to enhance it with this small sidewalk cafe. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Before moving on this applicant, I'd like to note that the last vote is going to be reflecting a 9-2 because Todd Stein will also be voting no, and I just missed that. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Jane.
I just wanted to add that I've walked by this utterly charming little jewel box on East 69th Street, and I've never seen such a beautiful bakery in my entire life. It's going to set a new standard for bakeries in New York. Thank you.
Well,
Thank you very much. Let's recognize Marco.
Motion to approve as presented.
Thank you. It looks like you've got a second from Judy for that. And Miles, will you be calling the question? Hooray. So this is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as an 11-0 approval. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Let's now go to Enterprise Restaurant doing business as Amaranth. Do we have a representative from this business here?
Most likely not. This was one of the applications that I didn't get correspondence or materials from.
All right, great. So then I think there's a number of these that are happening tonight. Board, we get the choice of what we want to do with this. We can either table it or reject it. I'm open to either. My inclination is reject, but up to you all. Let's recognize Miles.
I'm going to say motion to table it.
Okay, so we have a motion to table it. I don't know if we have any seconds for that. We have seconds for that. Okay, great. I will tell you all, the challenge with tabling these is that they are due to the Department of Transportation on our end prior to the opportunity that we would have to have them come back a month from now. So if there's anyone else who has ideas about a different sort of resolution, I'm open to hearing them given that knowledge. Let's recognize Judy.
Okay, I'm up to tabling them if it's the first time they've done it. If it's the second time or more, then I think we should vote no. However, if tabling means that we won't get a voice at all because there's a date, then in that case, I do not think we should table it. If the date interferes with the tabling, then we should just vote no.
So thank you. I like that logic. I think for things that don't have these dates, the like you get one miss and then you come back is like a kind way to administer what we're doing here. We could technically table this until the full board meeting and have a full consideration there. I will note that this full board meeting is going to be hectic. It has all the things we normally have plus land use. And so that is why my inclination is to have a motion to disapprove, because this is the only time that we would have an opportunity before this Department of Transportation unless we have it at the full board meeting. Okay. Let's recognize Robin.
I support a motion to, I support your idea, Lindsay. We should turn these folks down.
Okay, so we have competing motions on the floor right now. We have a motion to table and a motion to disapprove. The question hasn't been called on either.
No.
We have a second for that. Is that what you're saying, Judy?
No. when that's, Robin is making a substitute motion to the one on the floor. You can have as many as two motions, a first one and a substitute, which is to turn it down. You cannot have a third motion on the floor. So hers is a substitute motion to Miles's motion.
Okay, thank you for the clarification there. Let's circle back to Miles.
May I just say one other thing?
Sure,
I'm
let's do
sorry.
that first.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Judy. I just for interrupting, but we are going to be chock full at our full board meeting, and this is just cleaner and easier for board members at the full board, and I think also for us this evening.
Yeah, in light of the information I just reviewed, if I could remove my motion, and I'll second the other one on the floor.
Okay, so I feel like we're getting to a place where we're agreeing on something right now, where we have a motion to disapprove for this applicant. We have a second on that. Let's recognize Marco.
Well, I think we can move forward, but I think this is a parliament procedure. The issue is Miles, he put a motion, and the motion, then it has to be somebody has to put a substitute motion, which Robin, she didn't specify that she substitute the motion, so there is no second motion. And in this case, it should be a substitute motion, and the substitute motion, it should be deal first. That is the parliament procedure. Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to take the hit on this one and say this was my fault for not doing that order
Don't worry about
correctly. But I'm also going to say that I feel like right now, from a chair's prerogative perspective, we're at this second motion, which is the motion to disapprove. We have a second on that. Judy, would you like to call the question, or have you got something else calling the question? Perfect. Okay, so this is a motion to disapprove on Enterprise Restaurant doing business as Amaranth. This was for an unenclosed sidewalk cafe for 8 tables and 16 chairs. If anyone is going to be voting no on this, please let me know, or abstaining. Otherwise, this is going to go down as an 11-0 disapproval. All right, thank you everyone, and thank you for bearing with me in the procedural pieces that I didn't do so good. We have already done the next item of business, which is Silverstone 88 LLC. We are now moving on to Starbucks, which also probably likely isn't showing up. Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the same thing. The deadline is actually the exact same. The unenclosed sidewalk cafe was for 6 tables and 12 chairs. My sense is that we could dispense with this in a similar manner. Let's recognize Miles.
Motion to disapprove.
All right, and we've got a second from Judy, and we've got people calling the question. Great. So if anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on this, please let me know. This is a motion to disapprove. And if no one's voting no or abstaining, this will go down as an 11-0 disapproval. Okay, thank you very much. We're now going to Boqueria Upper East Side LLC, and it looks like Simone Cariaga is here. Let's recognize Simone.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, great. I'm from Boca Raton, Upper East Side. We are at 1460 Second Avenue. This is an application for a sidewalk cafe unenclosed. This is actually a decrease in our footprint. We used to be 6 tables, 12 chairs. This is now for 8 tables, 4 chairs due to a tree that impends on our ability to expand. We will follow all DOT rules. Can I answer any questions?
Okay, thank you. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? Seeing none, let's go to Judy.
Move to approve.
All right, that's a motion to approve, and it looks like Marco is seconding it. Is there anyone who would like to call the question? Yes, great, Robin. All right, this is a motion to approve for Boqueria If anyone will be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as an 11-0 approval. Thank you very much. Let's now go to MPQ 1535 3rd Avenue, doing business as Le Pont Quotidien. Do we have a representative from this business here? Let's recognize Anthony Fernandez.
Hello, everyone. This is for MPQ 1535 3rd Avenue LLC, doing business as Le Pont Quotidien. We're on 1535 3rd Avenue between East 86th Street and East 87th Street. Our application is for one table and 2 chairs, being that it's a tight space because of the bus stop. But we are willing to follow all regulations and remove our flyers when needed.
Okay, thank you very much. Is there anyone from the public that has questions or comments for this applicant? All right, is there anyone from, let's go to Marco.
Motion to approve as presented.
All right. It seems like you've got a second there and someone would like to call the question. I see Judy doing this. Okay, this is a motion to approve. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as an 11-0 approval.
Thank you all. Have a great night.
Thank you. So now, Jordan, I'm going back through. Did we ever get someone from Sfaglia to head here tonight?
It doesn't look like it. I sent an email and I reached out, but I didn't get a response. So I do not think that they're online.
Okay. So this was item 2B, everyone. This is an application for a sidewalk cafe, 3 tables, 6 chairs. This actually has an earlier deadlines than the other ones that we considered for people who didn't show up to the meeting tonight. So we now have to decide what we will do with this. My inclination is to dispense with it in the same way we did the others. Let's recognize Judy.
Move to disapprove.
All right, thank you. We've got seconds and we have someone who would like to call the question. Yes, it looks like that. Okay, so this is a motion to disapprove. If anyone's going to be voting no or abstaining on this, please let me know. Otherwise, this will go down as an 11-0 disapproval. All right. Thank you, everyone. Jordan, that's all that we have. There's no people that we missed, right? I've gone back up through it. We've done everything in the meeting. Hooray. Okay, so we have 5 things that laid over, which means we'll get to see everyone in the next meeting. Is there anyone who has old business, new business, or do we want to entertain a motion to adjourn? Let's recognize Miles.
Motion to adjourn.
Okay, and before we get on to that, I want to thank you all for doing this meeting as well as we did tonight. That was a lot of stuff to get through. I'm so happy it's 8:02 p.m. Thank you very much for contributing in the ways that you do. Motion to adjourn. We think we're going to vote for that. All right, adios. I'll see you all in 2 weeks if I don't see you before. Thank you.
Have a good night, everyone.
Thank you, Jordan.